Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Samantha Portia, and I'm back again with another video for you guys. So today I just want to talk to you guys about my journey on identifying with who I am, how I express that to my family, friends, people who didn't know me, and one more thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, my journey on transitioning. I usually don't talk about this topic because to me, and for people like me, the whole idea of transitioning and everything like that is about moving forward. So talking about the past is like a little uneasy. Nevertheless, I'm going to do this video just for the sake of doing it. I know a lot of people are interested in topics like these, some for good reasons, some for not so good reasons, but we're not here for the negative. We're gonna keep it positive. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this video. But before we jump into this video, those of you who are viewing this already know who I am. You follow me on my social sites, and I like to say thank you for that. But for those of you who are viewing this channel for the first time, I like to say welcome. I hope you guys feel at home here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also turn on your bell notifications. That way, whenever I post a video, you guys won't miss it. And if you do, you'll be able to go back to it and watch it again. So, let's go ahead and jump into this video. So, for me, growing up, I'm the only girl of 5 siblings. So I have 4 brothers, okay? And my mom was one of the top stylists. She's still alive, guys, but she changed professions. She's a casino dealer right now. So she was one of the top stylists here in Florida. She had her own salons and different things like that. Anybody who knows her, like, her name literally rings bells. So I've always heard the stories of, oh, when your mom was pregnant with you, she's always done hair. She worked a lot. She was always standing over somebody's head doing hair. So I've always heard that story because I always played with hair. I always wanted to do hair. I always wanted to help my mom in the shop, different things like that. And I've always played with dolls, always infatuated with hair. And those are one of the things that I used to get in trouble with a lot, was playing with dolls. My mom, not so much. She wasn't like really hard on me, but my stepfather was very like macho and playing with dolls, and he's from Trinidad, so playing with dolls and things like that was just like out of the question. But I always somehow managed to get a doll. I managed to get some hair to play with, and I always got in trouble for it. Yeah. But I only bring that up to tell you guys because I am, if you can't tell already, the hyper feminine type. I've never really played outside, football or wrestling and stuff like that with guys. I've always been in the house watching movies, playing teacher, school, girly stuff. Like, I've always hung with girls, never hung with boys ever. So yeah, again, very hyper feminine. So I guess the first time, or the first person who I had the courage to tell about myself would be my brother, and he's a year under me. So I ended up telling him that I like boys, and he didn't judge me. He just was like, oh, okay, because again, my family, they knew, your family members know, even if you don't say anything, they still have a pretty good idea. So me telling him that, I'm attracted to guys, wasn't really a surprise. However, siblings being siblings, that was one of the things that he used to blackmail me with. Like, anytime he would want something or want to go somewhere or want to do something, he would be like, oh, well, I'm going to tell mom that you like boys and stuff like that. So he did it so often that I just kind of got fed up with it. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just about to tell mom myself, And at the time, my brother, my oldest brother, he was in the Army. So I'll never forget the day. one day after school, my mom came home and I don't know, something happened, and I just was like, I just want to go and tell my mom what's going on with me. Again, me playing with dolls and being feminine and, wearing fitted clothes and stuff like that really wasn't like a foreign thing. It was just me not saying that I'm attracted to guys. That just was a thing that I hadn't reached up to yet. But at the time I was 14, I think I was like in 7th grade or something like that. And she had just came home from work. So I went in the room and keep in mind, before me telling her that, like incidents of me with guys or looking at guys or like anything pertaining to a boy, like she's heard of, like it's not no secret. I just hadn't come out and told her yet. But I just went in there and I was like, Mom, I like boys, and not knowing what transgender was or is back then, or even having the gall or the courage to say, Mom, I'm a girl, or something like that. Like, it was just unheard of. It was just like, it was easier for me to say I'm a gay male versus me saying at the time, Mom, I'm a girl. So I just opt out with going with Mom, I like boys. And the same night, like, okay, so this is her reaction, because I'm skipping over everything. I'm just so excited telling the story. So her reaction was, okay, because she just really didn't have much to say. But the only thing she did tell me was, if your dad wouldn't approve of that, my real father, and she's like, your dad wouldn't approve of that. And to me that like literally meant nothing, because I grew up without my dad, so his opinion, like, long as Mom, that's all I care about. That's pretty much what my like attitude about it was. So after I told her, like, I had a sense of confidence and everything, and my oldest brother had called. Again, like I told you, he was in the Army. So he called and, still like nervous, because that was more so like our father figure. So like his reaction mattered to me. So that's why I was nervous. I mean, anybody whose reaction didn't matter, like, I didn't care. Like, it was what it was. But my mom, my brother, stuff like that, my family members, stuff like that, those opinions mattered to me, only to the fact of me just wanting to get it off my chest. Whether you accepted it or not, I didn't care, as long as I was transparent and let you know this is what's going on with me, instead of me being mentally tormented by myself, So I ended up telling him, and I was like, I like boys or whatever. It was a little bit easier to tell him versus my mom. So it just kind of came out like, I like boys. And his reaction, and I laugh at it today, was so hilarious. He was like, oh, okay, well, as long as you're the pitcher and not the receiver. And I'm like, yeah, I'm the pitcher. So I just kind of left that as that. So again, that's just like a little snippet of a little backstory on my first ever admission in regards to liking boys. And again, sexual identity is not the same as sexual attraction. I just opted out with being gay at the time, because that was a lot easier to tell people versus I'm a girl and y'all have to deal with it. I still wasn't like able to be myself. I still find myself like living, not like, just like mentally living like in my imagination. Like I'm imagining like I have long flowy hair. I'm imagining like I have a curvy body. I'm imagining I'm a girl that the boys in the school want to date me and take me out and, you know, stuff like that. Like, at the time, like 14, like, girls was having sex and, you know, just like experimenting and stuff like that. And here I am, like, in my mind, I'm a girl, but I'm not having the experiences or the teenage experiences that girls are having. So it's like, oh, what do you do? Like, you just kind of like gotta swallow the bullet kind of thing. But I guess I brought all that up to say, you know, mentally I was a very angry person. I was very, like, I always lashed out. I was very combative, and just really like angry. I was a really angry person. And part of that was because I wasn't able to fully 100% be myself. So I know you guys hear this all the time, like, oh my god, when I was small I used to play in my mom's heels. I used to go and play in my mom's makeup and, you know, wear her wigs and stuff like that. It's true. I did. Literally, I did all of those things. All of the time when my mom came home, she would know that I was in her room. She would literally go in the bathroom and then she would call me. You've been in my bathroom. You've been playing with my makeup. She'll get mad, but it wasn't really much that she did. It was just like, it was one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna get mad just because I feel like I'm raising a boy, but I know that's not the case, but I'm not sure, but I think it's the right thing for me to get upset, so let me go ahead and get upset. That's kind of the, like, thing that it was. Like, she'll just be like, don't come in my bathroom no more, and that'll be it. But I'll go back in the bathroom and I'll be playing with the makeup and all stuff, like, just the lingerie, the makeup, like the heels, like everything. Like, I'll just be playing with it. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Like, it just was, I felt natural in it. Like, I just did. Like, I literally would not go outside. I wouldn't do anything. And I'll just play in the house all day. And my mom had this one Barbie. One. And I think she got it from, like, a toy drive or something. And I literally would sneak into my mom's room every day that she went to work. And I would go get this doll and I'll play in the house all day with this doll and watch SpongeBob and cartoons. And that's it. Like, I'll be happy. So, long story short, I ended up getting into, because at this time, I was in high school. Like, this was my first year in high school. So at this time, I had ended up getting into a fight with one of the boys in the neighborhood that I used to live in. And this was actually a pretty bad fight because, yeah, some bloodshed. That's all I'll say. I'll probably talk about this in another video. But long story short, I ended up getting arrested and going to juvenile. And I stayed in juvenile. Out of that, I had ended up having to pay restitution. But with that situation, my mom was just like, you know what? That's it. Actually, what happened was I got out of jail. So I think, not jail, juvenile. I think at the time, she just started making plans of moving from that neighborhood. But I ended up going back to school and I got into another fight. I got into a fight with a girl in school, and this because she was doing all of this. And I'm going to talk about that again. I don't want to make this too much of a long video. But she was doing all of this. And mind you, like, coming out of juvenile and going through all these different things. And again, like, my mental state and everything like that is kind of like on edge because, again, I'm battling with, you know, first, me identifying with who I am. You know, having bullies and peer pressure around me 24/7, all of these different things. So, getting out of juvenile with that whole institutionalized, like, system that they have, coming back to school and then hearing this and you selling out all this, like, my temper was like, fuck, excuse me, my temper was literally like short. So I wasn't having it. Ran up on her, pop pop. You know, we fighting at the time the bell rung, came out, principals came, I got suspended. So after that, my mom was just like, you know what, we moving. So we ended up moving from Miami and we moved all the way out to West Broward. And I don't know, I think that the environment where we were was just so much of a different change of pace that, I don't know, it was slower. So it kind of made me like get more internet savvy. So this is when I first found out about YouTube. So I was skipping ahead a little bit, but so around the time that I met Sonia, like I said, I was going to her house, and over the weekend I was able to, you know, do my hair, you know, wear my skirts and my tops and different things like that. So, you know, when you do something for a while that you really enjoy, like it's only so long that it grows on you and you want to do like it forever, I guess. Like you just want to be yourself. For some people that's the case, because you know a lot of people live in the closet, DL, all those different things, so they never get the joy of experiencing, you know, living free. But you know, for people like myself who actually take the initiative to be themselves and to be transparent, like it's only so long that you can do what it is that you really enjoy before it grows on you and becomes a part of you. So that's what happened for me. I had this one outfit, y'all. Like this is how, like, I was just, oh my God. Y'all, I had this one outfit, this skirt and this top. Oh, I thought it was so bad. So I would take it home because when my mom left, I was like, okay, I want to be myself. Like, so whenever she left, I would go in my closet. I had it tucked away too. I would go in my closet and I would get the outfit and I'll put it on. Even like around my brothers, like it was what it was. You know, they never really they never judged me. Honestly, they didn't. Like, it was just, that's Kira. That's just her. Like, so. You know, once I had that one outfit, I ended up making a friend. Her name was Brittany. So Brittany, she knew, like I was talking to her like that at that time. That was my best friend. So I was able to like just tell her, you know, everything that was going on with me and stuff like that. And again, she was another person that never judged me. So she ended up having clothes that she didn't want anymore, and she was like, well, you can have them. So I was like, this was Christmas. So I was like, oh yeah, give them to me. Oh my God, da da da. So I had the clothes or whatever, right? So then this one time, the one day that I decided to sleep out, every other day I would be home because I know I had to protect these clothes at all costs before my mom get to these clothes and it'd be a whole problem. So I was able to get away with it for a little while. I had the clothes in like a little like almost like a Tupperware type of thing, but it was like a big one, and I had it in my closet with clothes over it, all type of things. So this one day I slept over at my friend's house, and I get back to the house. My mom was doing like this whole big thorough spring cleaning thing, and I walk in the house, you know, she didn't say anything. She just talking to the boys or whatever, like, clean up, y'all get up, clean up, da 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 da. I walk in, hey everybody, hey mom. You know, I walk in, and I don't know where I got this courage from to talk to my old girl like this, but something just was like, Kira, go in that room and check and see if your clothes is in there. Like, go check, go check. Go and check. So I went in the room and I saw my clothes wasn't there. I blew a gasket. Like, I went out there, I didn't care what they had going on. I said, where are my clothes? She was like, what? Them girl clothes? Oh, you need to go check in the KFC dumpster. That's where they at. I got so livid. I said, I'm not a boy. I want to be a girl. That's the first time that she's ever heard it out of my mouth. The very first time. And her reaction was, you know, you 16, when you 18, you can do whatever you want to do. Not in my house. She didn't even say not in my house. She's just like, when you 18, you can do whatever you want to do. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm real grateful my mom wasn't like, oh, get out, you know, all of those other tragic things that could have happened. Those statistical things, you know, that parents who are uneducated and who don't want to get educated and forget that the person that you're dealing with is actually your flesh and blood. You know, luckily, and how blessed I am, thank God, that my mom was not like that. But she was like, you know, when you're 18, you can do whatever you want to do. So I just kind of took that like, okay, you know now. So, sweetheart, listen, I'm already on hormones. I'm already doing this. So, it is what it is. So I just took that like, okay, that was the green light. So around this time, now the summer story comes into play. So around this time, that's when I started going around Sonia's house or whatever. And that's when I got introduced into the sex work on the streets and stuff like that. Because I was very adamant on making it very clear that I'm a girl. And you know, I was not gonna go back to school. Like, I did not want, if my mom had to buy my school clothes, I was not gonna get what I wanted. I was not gonna be able to dress how I wanted. You know, I was not gonna be able to get the dresses and the jeans and the tops and the skirts and the this and the that and that. I wasn't gonna be able to do it. So I just made it up in my mind that I'm like, you know, if this is gonna happen, I'm gonna buy my own clothes. I'm gonna do all of this on my own. I don't have to ask for anything, and I should be fine. So it was just like, at 16, I literally just started doing for my own and living on my own. So it was like, I don't know, like there wasn't really any pressure for me to go to school except for me wanting to do it for myself, or like wanting to accomplish, you know, something for myself in life and stuff like that. So that's what it was, because I lived on my own. Like, I took care of myself. I didn't call my mom and ask her for nothing. I didn't really ask my brothers for nothing. Like, I just became self-sufficient. Problems that I went through, like, people really didn't know. Like, my immediate family really didn't know about it. I just kind of dealt with it. But yeah, like, that's just a little bit, y'all. Just a little brief. Like, I can't tell you guys like detail for detail, like literally everything that happened. But that's the most that I can compact into a video like this for YouTube. Hopefully something in this video can touch somebody in a way for understanding or anything like that. Or probably, like, you know, when I was younger and being that person that was angry or lost or something like that, and just being able to find knowledge or just find people who are out there experiencing the same thing that I was experiencing, and having that aha moment, like, okay, wow, finally, like, I'm not alone. Like, there's somebody out there who's like, I literally lived that last week, you know, kind of deal. So yeah, that's why I did the video. Again, guys, I'm not really big on cliche topics like this, because like I said, me, my whole mental capacity, like my whole ideal is moving forward. I don't really like to look back on the past, especially if it's not a good like topic or subject. But anyways, guys, just, you know, let me know if any of you experience something relatively close to what I'm experiencing or what I have experienced, you know, in my coming out or my transition, my road to transition story, write down in the comment box below. Share some of your stories if you're confident enough. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your bell notifications. That way, whenever I post a video, you guys won't miss it. And if you do, you'll be able to go back to it and watch it. So thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. I'll see you in my next video.